Well, if you mention health, our personal health should be our top priority, because I believe that there is nothing more important for us than our health. And not always we are following the right rules. Not always we are taking care of ourselves the way we should. So it's important that we remember, that we consider that to be healthy, to keep our body fit, and to do everything we can to preserve our life possibility. Because after all, we're talking about not only life possibilities, not only longevity, but also quality of life. If we have a fit body, if we do whatever we can to preserve our capabilities, our body and our mind, we are really contributing to our quality, to improve our quality of life and our longevity. But this, of course, it's a personal, as you ask, it's a personal consideration. But we have to extend such a personal consideration to everybody. Everybody should take care of his body. Everybody should take care of health. And not always it's possible, because not always we are the only responsible for our health. Sometimes our health depends on the location where we live, depends on the conditions of the environmental condition where we live. But there are countries where we have a lot of pollution, air pollution or other type of pollution. Depends on what we eat. We not always we eat what we should eat, and we are really damaging our body by doing that.
So as an entrepreneur, I'm a problem solver. So I think that this problem is worth my time and probably my life. But when I think in this field, everybody has either a personal health story journey, or that's the first motivation, or they have a loved one. And for me, it was a loved one. And then realize my grandfather, who was my person, and realizing that we're doing this wrong and that it should be better and could be better, is really what started the inspiration for me. And yeah, I think that's my little summary on your question, and I'll leave the others go.
Good evening. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
And I am honored to be part of this great conference. So I am a physician, retired physician and I retired 3 years ago after 47 years in the business in 3 professions: general surgery, emergency, and the longest time was in my family practice office in Canada. So I accumulated a huge amount of experience, and I may say modestly, I've seen it all, basically. So from early childhood, I felt that sleep and sport are the basics for good development. Food was not always the best, but as I got smarter, I realized that increased health span and increased healthy longevity is the best, as opposed to only longevity. So I attended RAD Festival in San Diego some time ago, and that was an eye-opener. And I met plenty of happy people. So I've learned a lot there. And also later on, I went to Baja Peninsula when I got some stem cells.
Well, once you're dead, you can no longer have fun. So in order to keep having fun, I need to keep staying healthy and live long. And one of the expressions used by several of these people is live long enough to live forever. And that's one of the best things about what you're doing, Nuno. And Nuno, I'm so proud of you. You are one of our teens and 20s, the group I run, an alum, for putting this together. But we do need to live long enough to live forever because technology is constantly improving. As a cryonicist, I view my cryonics membership with Elcor as an insurance policy. In fact, I've never met a single cryonicist who wants to be cryopreserved. They prefer to live long enough to live forever. However, we can all die by foul play, accident, or self-infliction. And we know that someone is dying every second. So just in case we don't live long enough to live forever, I have a cryonics contract with Elcor. And also another reason I'm interested is my husband was cryopreserved in 1992. Anyone can look it up, James Stanley Glennie. He's one of the most written about cryonics patients. And I'm looking forward to being reunited with my perfect partner.
Yeah, two reasons. One is about health span. I'm a pretty active guy. I do a lot of skiing. In fact, in Backaby there is a lot of biking. In Backaby is a Turo Pass in the Canary Islands. It's one of the hardest bike trails in the world. 7% grade for 20 kilometers, and I've done it. And that was maybe 5 years ago. I'd like to see if I could do it now, and hopefully I could do it 10 years from now. That's where all the Tour de France guys train. 7% grade. These guys, they pass you like they're standing still, like you're standing still, right by you. And then, you know, so I love skiing, I love backpacking. I'm an active guy. I don't want to give any of that up. Okay, that's reason number one. Reason number two is I'm an atheist, and the more I get into molecular biology, the more atheist I become. If you study the GDF11 pathways and how it's manufactured and cleaved and made bioreactive, you would say, who the hell designed this? And of course, nobody did. That's why it's so convoluted. And there's a million examples of that in the human body. This is all we got. Okay, this is it. I can prove 1,000,000 times till the cows come home. This is all we got. So you got to stick around here as long as you can. And you know, I'm shooting for at least doubling the human lifespan. And as Bill Andrews would say, I want to steal his quote. Bill Andrews always says, "Live long enough to live forever." So that's my goal right now.
Thank you for having me. This was just a surprise from my dad. This is the first time I've ever been on a panel with my dad, and he's my big hero. You know, when I was little, he would let me come to the surgeries to look from the window above, and he was this big hero for me. So it's an honor to be here. Why, thank you. I love you so much. And that's why I want you to live forever or long, so that you can see San and Sui's grandchildren and grow mangoes on our new land by the ocean. So, you know, I talked about it this morning, the tug of eros. There's an evolutionary drive in us to evolve, to grow, to learn deeper, to love further. And I feel 70, 80 years is almost like not enough. It's just, we're only starting to understand consciousness and understand our bodies at the age of 50. So for so many reasons, this drive, this tug of eros that keeps us wanting more, not an egoic more. It's just this humble life more. And that's why.